You're the male now, and Maya is the female. That male that gives their female Maya all their heart, death will take their pran away. Death meaning the conscious death. That the whole world is suffering before they physically die. Why? Because they give their consciousness to Maya. They give everything to Maya. This whole story was detaching from the Moola Maya. Radhika leaves behind her house, leaves behind her man, her lodge for society. She leaves behind what people will tell her, what people will say about her. When they walk on this path, the world might say a few different things. They'll try to pull them back. A Guru Sikh at that moment needs to let go. And that's the only way they'll be alive. There's a pankti that we often read, Jeevat 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 Raho, Ram Rasayan Nit Utth Pivo. We say this pankti in Ashirvar. We say it in blessing. But in Samprada, there's another part paid to this pankti, and that's Jeev Ta Jeevat Jeevat Raho. If you let go of your Jeev, Jeev nu taj do, फिर जीवित रहेगी. If you let go of your own identity, your own home, your own ego, फिर तुसी जींदे रहेगी. If you were to give your consciousness to Maya, उन्हें तता नु खा लेना. बिन तंता जिन खाया. That Maya is so mohini. She attracts the whole world and she eats the whole world up without teeth. No one knows that they're being eaten up. Instead, they feel like this is the right way to live life. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Saad Sangat Ji, welcome to part 2 of the 12th Charitr in this Charitropakhyan series. In the previous Charitr we had covered how Guru Sahib is retelling a very old story of two characters. One is a woman named Radhika and the other is known to be an avatar whose name is Krishna. The story of Radhika and Krishna in captivate for as long as time, as long as we know, has encaptivated the message of spirituality, the message of Jeeprup Istri marrying Pati Parmeshwar Vaheguru, the message of the soul bride marrying the husband Lord. That concept has been presented by rishis, by munis, by bhagats for centuries. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, here in this 12th Charitr, the 11th tale, is bringing the same story out in their Charitropakhyan. What's unique is that it's an Upadesh to the Khalsa. It's an Upadesh to the Sikh Sangat of what a Suhagan is. In the world of spirituality, who is considered a Suhagan? And a Suhagan is that person, that female who has achieved the love of her husband. For us, in this world of spirituality, we're taught that one formula or one relationship that we keep with Vaheguru Ji is that we are the wife, we are the bride to be. Our mission is to wed Akal Purkh Vaheguru. For us to become a Suhagan means we have the happiness of Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji on our heads at all times. And that is effectively what Satgur Prasad means. Satguru Di Prasanta. Prasad means Prasanta, happiness. The happiness of Satguru Ji. So, Aao Sat Sangat Ji, let's get straight into it. We'll pick off where we left off last time. Radhika writes a letter to Krishna. She meets Krishna. She sees Krishna actually. And she gets so enticed, she gets so attractive to the beauty of Krishna Ji. Just like a Jagyasu gets so enticed by the beauty of Vaheguru Ji. And that is the illustration that Guru Sahib is painting here. Guru Sahib is painting a picture of the connection between the soul bride and Vaheguru. So Radhika, she sees the Swarup of Krishna and she mohit ho jandi hai. She gets enticed and she now writes a letter. She sends the letter in the hands of a dasi, in the hands of a servant. The letter reaches Krishna Ji. Now Krishna Ji opens the letter. What he finds inside is what we'll see today in today's prasang. So Aao Sat Sangat Ji, let's bring our surtiyan birtiyan, focus on Akal Purkh Vaheguru Ji, Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj Charan Kamals. Chaupai Patiya Khol Jabai Harabachi. Patiya means chithi. When Har means Hari, Krishna. When Krishna Ji opened, Khol means to open. When Krishna Ji opened that letter that Radhika sent, Lakhi Preet Taki Man Sachi. Lakhi means to see, Preet means love, Man means in his mind, Sachi means truth. Krishna has seen, after reading that letter, has seen the love of Radhika to be pure and true. Tako tin jo kubit uchare, janak bachar lal khachadare. In that letter was kubit. Kubit is a type of poetry, is a type of a meter in poetry. These type of meters are called chanda bandi. To write something in poetry, especially in kubits or suvai or chopais or dohere, this is called chanda bandi. Krishna Ji, when they open the letter, they see this letter is filled with poetry, is filled with suvais and kubits, and they're as if Janak, Jano ke Bajar Lal Khachadare. Bajar means hire, jewels, Lal means rubies, Khachadare means Jade Hoya. This letter is imbued with different type of jewels. This letter is beautiful in different type of poetry. Effectively, this letter that we're about to read is the letter of Vairag. Vairag or Vairag is written either with a babba or with a vava, because these are Swarani Akharas. Swarani Akharas mean they're replaceable. You can replace a babba with a vava. For example, some people say Vea, and some people also say Bea. Depending on the region or dialect or the language you're looking at, babba and vava are Swarani Akharas, they're replaceable. So, Vairag. Va means without. Rag means love, or in this case, attachment. Yeah. Vairag, without attachment of Maya. Yeah. Maya itself is not bad. Right? Maya is not bad. This whole universe that we see around us is Maya. Right? Paramatma's hukam is Maya. The act of expansion of this srishti being expanding, that's Maya. This srishti becoming zero again, that's Maya as well. Without Maya, there can be no srishti. Without Maya, there can be no creation, there can be no play. Yeah? So, Maya itself is not bad, right? But the mode to Maya, the attachment to Maya is bad. Yeah? So, this letter is about Vairag. How someone, because remember in the previous episode, she left behind her man, her tan, her everything. She left behind everything to move forward in this love with Krishna. Yeah? And effectively, a Sikh has to leave behind everything. He or she has to leave behind everything for the love of the Guru. Right? Apna manu chadna pena, tanu chadna pena. They have to leave your mind behind, your body behind, your wealth behind, your possessions behind, everything. And that path is called Vairag. Totally detaching from every attachment to this world. Okay? So this letter, what's in this letter is going to come up right now. Savaya. Rija pare rasarita pare atarupa pare sukh payate here. Radhika talks about the eyes of Krishna. Yeah? And she does ustati. She does ustati of the eyes. Ustati means praise. She praises Krishnaji's eyes. Why the eyes? Because it's believed in spirituality that the eyes are where your soul resides in Jagrat Avastha. Jagrat Avastha means the awakened state. When you're in Jagrat Avastha, when you're awake, your soul particularly resides behind your eyes. Yeah? Through the eyes, you can see the light of your soul. Yeah? Through the eyes, you can see the person is alive. Right? Through the eyes, we communicate. Through the eyes, we can express ourselves. Through the eyes, we can read other people's expressions. So the eyes are a key or a door to someone's soul. Yeah? So the reason she's doing ustati of Krishnaji's eyes, because she's looking to Krishnaji's soul and doing ustati of that. Okay? So she says, hey Krishna, your eyes are rij pare. Rij means rijya and happiness. Your eyes are filled with happiness. Ras Reet Pare, your eyes are filled with ras, filled with flavor. At Roop Pare, your eyes are filled with Atyant Roop. Atyant Roop means beautiful form. Sukh Payat Here, and whenever I see your eyes, whenever I see your soul, mena sukh milda. Sukh Payat, I achieve happiness. Charo chakor sororo saras meen kare mrig khanjan chere. Your eyes are the charo. Charo means support. Your eyes are the support of chakor sororo saras meen. Yeah. Meen means fish. Saras means the moon, Chandrama. Sororoho means kamal, the full, the lotus flower. Chakor is a type of bird. Just like the fish, the support of the fish is water. Without water, the fish cannot live. The asra of the machi, of the meen, is water. The asra, the Chandrama, the moon, is the sun, because it reflects the sunlight, right? The moon reflects sunlight. The asra, the support of the kamal, the full, the lotus flower, is the soil, right? The lotus flower sits on top of on a swamp, and its roots are connected to the soil. Its roots go all the way down into that murky swamp and hits the soil, and that's its support. Without the soil, it can't live. She's saying, hey Krishna, your eyes, your soul is a light that powers up the fish, that powers up the fish. It can't live because of water. It can't live without water. No, it can't live without you. You're the light of water. The moon, it's not that it can't live without the sun. It can't live without you, because you're the light of the sun. Yeah. She's looking at every little thing with the eyes of bhakti. She's saying that you are the light behind all these things. Sab mein hai jyot, jyot hai soe. Tiska chanan sab mein hai chanan hoye. Guru Sakhi jyot pargat hoye. It's a beautiful pankti. That's exactly what's being presented here. Sab mein hai jyot. Guru Sahib Ji, your jyot is in everyone. Jyot has soe, and that jyot that's in everyone is you. Sab mein hai jyot, in everything there's the jyot, and jyot has soe. Soe means oh, and in that jyot is you. Sab mein hai jyot, jyot has soe, tis kya chanan. Ode chanan nal, from that light of the jyot, from the light of you, this kya chanan, sab mein chanan hoy. From the light of you, everyone is filled with light. Right? The sun, the water, the air, everything that we need to survive, the light that powers it up is you. Guru Sakhi jyot pargat hoy. Sakhi means Sikhyama, Upadesh, teachings. From the Guru's teachings, what are the Guru's teachings? Gurbani. From the Gurbani, Guru Sakhi jyot pargat hoy. That jyot becomes pargat. Pargat means visible. That jyot that we cannot see right now, from the Guru's teachings, it becomes visible to us, i.e. enlightenment. Right? Enlightenment is achieved through your Sikhyama. Enlightenment is achieved through your Upadesh, through your teachings, O Guru Sahib Ji. And that's what she's saying here. I have seen the light, she's saying. I have seen that your light is in everything. Yeah. Karo mrig khanjan chere. Chere means sevak. You are able to make all the different animals your sevak. Yeah. Mrig means deer. Yeah. The deer is known to be very fast. Khanjan is a type of bird, also called mamola, in Punjabi, mamola. The deer is known to be fast. The mamola is known to be fast as well. Very chanchal, they say. Guru Sahib, you can make the most chanchal things, the most fastest things, your sevaks. What that means is that you can take over anything. You have the power of you're more powerful than the powerfulest. That's what it means. Pag pare, anurag pare, sohag pare, man mohat mere. Pag means pag, destiny. Anurag means love. Sohag means happiness. Pare means to be filled with. Man mohat mere. Hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, hey Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, your eyes are filled with pag. And I'm using these names because that's what Krishna is for us here. And that might sound weird, but that's what Gurbani says as well. They say, Sat jugta manyo, chaleo balbavan payo, treta te manyo, Ram ragvans kahayo, dwapar Krishna murar, kans kirtarth kiyo, ugra sain ko raj, apeh jan bhagta hai diyo, kal jug praman, nanak gur, angad amar kahayo, Siri gur raj, abchal atal, ad purkh farmayo. Hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Angad Dev Ji, Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, in Kaljug this is your form. But in Dwapar you were Krishan Murar. In Treta you were Ramchandra Ji. In Satyug you were Vishnu. You came in all these different forms, but it was you. Besides you, Mohe Thakur hi darsare. There's an element of bhakti. Yes, there's a different element of gyan as well that's found in Gurbani, where Guru Sahib says, "Main na gane se pratham manao, kisne bisan kabu na." That's a different concept we will explore in the other Charitras. Right now, we're exploring the element of bhakti. And bhakti says that I see God everywhere. Ik. I see Mohe Thakur hi darsare. Minu sirf mera Thakur hi darshan ho reha. Mere Thakur de hi darshan ho reha. Pame o Krishna hove, pame o Ramchandra ji hon, pame jo marji hon. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਠਾਕੁਰ ਹੀ ਦਿਸ ਰਿਹਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਿਸ ਰਿਹਾ. Does that make sense? So for us, just replace Krishna with Guru Nanak. For us, replace Radhe with yourself. This is your story, Khalsa ji. Anand mano, enjoy the story. So ਭਾਗ ਪਰੇ ਅਨੁਰਾਗ ਪਰੇ ਸੁਹਾਗ ਪਰੇ ਮਨ ਮੋਹਤ ਮੇਰੇ. Hey Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, hey Krishna ji, your eyes ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਮੋਹਦੇ ਆ. Mohit means to steal away. They steal away my mind. They entice my mind. When is Sikh, their mind is stolen from Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the world cannot steal that mind anymore. The world cannot touch you anymore. Yeah? Maya cannot touch you. Once your mind is stolen by Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, then your mind cannot be stolen by Maya ever again. They're filled with happiness. They're filled with suhag. They're filled with anurag. They're filled with love. Your eyes are. Continuing on, Man Pare Sukh Khan Jahan ke Lochana Sri Nand Nandan Tere. Hey Nand Nandan. Nand is the name of Krishna Ji's foster father. So the whole Sakhi of Krishna Ji is that Krishna Ji is born to someone named Vasudev, who was their father. Their mother was, her name was Devaki. They're born in a jail cell of Kans. Yeah. So you know how they say Kans kritarth kiyo, yeah. So Krishna Ji will grow up to kill Kans, yeah, who is basically the enemy of in that story, yeah, who's a demon in that story. So Kans is told by Akashvani, Kans is told through some way that the 8th son of Devaki, and Devaki is the sister of Kans. Hope I'm not confusing you guys, but there's a whole story of Krishna that you kind of need to understand this word Nandan. Yeah, so I'm just briefly touching upon it. It's not the the theme of this course here. So maybe you can look it up on Google. Just roughly throwing it out there. Kans is told by Akashvani. Akashvani means like the heavens spoke to him and told him that the 8th child of your sister will kill you. Devaki is his sister. So Kans makes a attempt to kill every child that comes out of Devaki. Yeah. When the 8th child comes, he doesn't know. What happens is that he has captured Devaki and her husband Vasudev in a jail cell. When the 8th child is born, miraculously the jail cell opens up and Vasudev leaves with Krishna in his hands to a nearby village and gives it to this person named Nand. Yeah, Nand was the guy who's gonna be the foster father of Krishna, and his wife, whose name was Yashoda. So he gives his son to them. Yeah, and then they take care of them. Yeah, in an area called Mathura. Yeah, so that's why these names are really important. Mathura, Yasoda, Vasudev, Nand. These names will come up periodically in Gurbani, and it's important to know what they're referring to. Yeah. So, Baki, to get more information, you will need to possibly just Google it. You could just Google the story of Krishna. You'll find out stuff. You can also watch the show Mahabharata, and in there's a really good it's like a 10 episodes just on Krishna Ji and their childhood. It's really good to watch it to understand when Guru Sahib alludes to Krishna Ji and their stories. It's good to understand. Okay, so back to the story. Nandandan. So Nanda means the foster father of Krishna. Nandan means a child. Yeah. So Nandan means Krishna Ji. Yeah? So another way of saying Nanda, Sri Nandan means Sri Krishna Ji. Okay, cool. Okay, Man Pare Sukhan Jahan ke. Hey Krishna Ji, your eyes are filled with man. Your eyes are the Sukha di Khan for the Jahan. ठीक है. Jahan means world, Khan means mine, right? Like a mine, like a jewel mine, coal mine, right? It's a place where there's a abundance of a certain type of material or substance, right? That's what mine is, right? Khan means mine. So what kind of mine is it? Sukhandi Khan. Yeah, it's a mine of sukh where there's an abundance of sukh. Okay. Lochan means eyes. Hey Krishna ji, your eyes are Sukhadi Khan for the Jahan. ठीक है. सोहत सुध सुधारे से सुंदर जोबन जोत सो ढार तरे है. Krishna ji, your eyes are the Joban Jot, the fresh. Joban means youth, the youthful light of the world, and they're sudh sudhar, they're pure. Yeah. सारस सोम सुरासृत सित सायक कंज कुरंगन क्रांत हरे है. Krant means kranti. Your atma, your eyes. Remember, eyes referring to the soul. Hey Krishna ji, your soul has so much kranti, has so much power that can take away the light of all these different things, like the saras means chandrama, the moon, of amrit, of the intoxication behind sharab. Sura means sharab. The even silver, sit means chandi, silver. It takes away all that kranti, the power of these things. Saik means an arrow, a tir. Kanj means kamal, the full. Karangan means colors. It takes away all the kranti, the life behind all these different things. Khanjan o makatwaj meen nihar sabha chaba laj mare hai. Hey Sache Pasha, when these beings see your eyes, makartwaj means Cupid, Kamdev. Khanjan means it's a type of bird. Meen means fish. Hey Sache Pasha, when these nihar means to see, when these different things like Cupid, animals, they see you, oh chabalaj mare hai, they die in sharam. Yeah, it's an expression of that Kavijan use. To die in sharam means that laj na mar jande, mean like they're so attracted to your beauty. It's just a way of saying that, like, you're so beautiful that I saw you and I died. Yeah, it's like something like that in Eastern or South Asian poetry. It's an expression. Okay. लोचन श्री नंद नंदन के बिद मानो बान बनाए तरे है. Radhika says, मानो के तुहाडे अखां, hey Krishna ji, your eyes, your lochan, Sri Nandan, see him again, ke bid mano ban banai tare hai. It's like if death has made a bow and arrow and shot me. That's how it looked like when I saw your eyes. Yeah? Your eyes have killed me. Right? Guru Sahib says that I have been shot by an arrow of love. Right? And this shot, maybe you can take the pain of a different weapon, a different arrow. But Kabirji says, it's easy to take the arrow, the hit of a spear. But chot sahare shabad ki, das guru main das. But to take the arrow of the Shabad, take the arrow of love from Vaheguruji, if someone can survive that, Bhagavad Gita says, Das Guru, main Das. That person is my Guru and I am their Chela, I am their Das. I am their Sevak, I am their Sikh. Because Chot Sahara Shabad Ki is not easy to take the arrow of love from Guru Sahib Ji. Okay. So that was the Savaiya that she wrote. Now in the next she writes a kabit as well. And in this kabit is all about Vairag. All about Vairag. So first she did the Ustati of Krishna, right? Now she's going to the state of such a deep Vairag, and she's going to say that nothing looks good to me anymore without you. Okay? Kabit Chinta jaise chandan charag lage chitta sam chetak se chitra char chop ka khusal si. She says chandan, which is sandalwood. Yeah, sandalwood feels like chinta to me, anxiety. When I smell sandalwood, it's supposed to make me feel calm, right? It's supposed to calm me down, but no, it's the reverse. It's giving me anxiety right now, right? Chirag lage chitta sam, and chirag means a diva, right? The diva that is supposed to give me peace and comfort, the lamp which was supposed to give me peace and comfort, it feels like it's the funeral fire. Chitta means the funeral fire, chikha. Sam means barabar. Chetak se chittar char chop ka kusal si. And the the attractiveness of a makan. Chopaka means a house, right? It's supposed to attract me, but no, it's only giving me pain, right? Everything is giving me pain without you. Chitta jaise cheer chappa lasi chit van lagya cheer bi sik chopaka so hat so not ruchalasi. These kapde that I wear, these cheer means kapde that I'm wearing right now, they feel like they're giving me, they're burning me. Yeah, chitta, they're burning me. And chappal si chitta van lagya cheer be si chor kha suhat na ruchalasi. And bijli si, so like bijli, it feels like everything that I'm doing now, all these different things, minu jo sukh dena, the things that are supposed to give me sukh, like my house and all these, they're striking me like if they're bijli. Changal si chop sar champ jaise chami kar chot si chanot lage chiri lage sal si. And gold, gold ho gaye, or these different things are all giving me pain. Srishti, Siri means Srishti. The whole world feels like it's as dry as a rock. Siri lage sal, si sal means rocks. The whole world feels like it's like a rock. And chot si chunat lagi. And gold, wearing gold feels like it's striking me, it's hurting me. चटक चपेट सी लगत बिना चिंता मन चाबक सो चोर लागे चांदनी चुड़ैल सी. And when the wind blows on my face, it feels like it's a whip is hitting me. चटक सो चपेट से सी लागत बिना चिंता मन. ते जिरी चमक हैगी, चटक meaning chamak, like excitement feels like it's a slap on my face. Chandni churel si, and Chandni, which means the moonlight, it feels like it's a demon walking around, like a churel. Dohra padpatya ta ki turat reach gaye Brijnath. So Brijnath meaning Krishna ji hearing this letter, reading this letter, right away वो रीझ गए, बहुत खुश हो गए, right away. तुरंत means right away, रीझ means to be happy. सखी एक पटवत पे मैन प्रभा के साथ. They sent a Sakhi means Dasi, yeah, whose name was Man Prabha. So you can imagine this Dasi to be like a Gursikh, right? So Paramatma, sometimes they don't come themselves right away. They send a Gursikh, your way, to help you with something, to share a message with you, कि Guru Sahib ने ये किया, जो Guru Sahib आ कर दे पे, है ना? So sometimes we go to Gursikhs for advice for that reason, because they could be the bridge between us and Guruji. राधा सो मिलने बदयो जल जमना मैं जाए. सखी पठी ताको तकै तबै तेहि मोए आन मिलाए. And what do they write? They write in that letter to tell Radhika to meet me by the Jamuna. Jamuna is a type of river. To meet me by the Jamuna. सखी तुरत ताहे को चली श्री जदुपत के हेत जैसे पवन प्रचंड को तन न दिखाई देत. And that Sakhi, तुरत, right away, she goes to meet Krishna ji, to tell him all about what, to go meet Radhika, to tell her all about Krishna ji. And she went so fast, jaise pavan prachand ko, just like the air. Prachand means so fast. She went so fast like air. Tan na dikhai det, her body was not visible. That's how fast she went, When Paramatma sends help, they send them right away, as fast as air, Tan na dikhai det, ona sareer nahi dikhda, tan means sareer, dikhai means to see. That tan na dikhai det, sometimes this could also be like a spiritual message, that when Guru Sahib sends help, that help that comes, like in the form of the Shaheed Singh, or like our guardian angels, our Shaheeds, right? When they come, Tanna Dakhai Det, you can't see their body, but they're helping you. And they're invisible, but they're helping you. So Har Radha Pratapati Ped Sakal Samjai. So she tells Radhika all about how Krishna ji wants to meet her in the Jamuna river. Savaiya Fool Falel Lakai Ka Chandana Bath Rahi Kar Pojana Paman Beg Bulavat Ho Bada Deash Karuna Bilamb Chalo Gajgaman. She tells her, Tano Balari hai. tanu bula reha. Radhika was sitting there, decorating herself, and the message comes from this Dasi. She says, Beg beloved, right away. Krishna ji is telling you to come meet me right away. Dayash means big eyes, Dayash means the big-eyed Krishna is calling you, right? Big eyes mean the beautiful eyes of Krishna. They're calling you. Karona bilamb. Bilamb is deri, to a delay. Do not make a moment of delay. Chalo gaj gaman. Quickly walk in the chal of Sundata. Gaj gaman. Gaj means hathi. Gaman means the chal. Walk in the walk in the chal of a hathi. What that means is walk in the flow of radiance. Walk in the flow of Dharam to Krishna. Yeah. So a Gursikh comes to you, which tells you, like, you're decorating yourself in Bairag, you're decorating yourself in this beauty of Bhakti, right? And the Gursikh comes to you and says, now is your time to meet Guru Sahib. Guru Sahib is ready to meet you now. Yeah, come and do not delay anymore. Come walk on the path of Dharam and meet Guru Sahib. That's what this story speaks to me personally on. आज मिलो कन से तन को कर है कन मैं जैसे कोदत दामन. Meet Krishna today like lightning meets lightning in the clouds. मानत बात ना जानता सखी जात बिहात इतै बहु जामन. मेरी गल मन लो. Believe what I'm telling you and come right away. गोप के पेख कबै तर है हर कुंज गरी कब आन बसे है. मोर पखियों ना तर है मोन पखियों को तर है कब गारन के कै गृह गोर सखै है. That Krishna ji is wearing a pank. Krishna ji is known to wear a mor, the pank, the feather of a peacock. Bansi baja hai kabha jamna tata tohe bulavan mohe patha hai. He's sitting by the Jamuna river and playing his flute. Yeah, Krishna ji is known to play a flute, and he has called me to tell you that he's waiting for you. मान कहयो हमरो हर पै चल री बोहरो हर जू ना बुलै है. तेरी सराह सदैव करै तेरी कथा पिय गावत है. Krishna ji has been doing your katha. Hey Radhika, she's telling Radhika, Krishna ji has been singing your geet all day long. Krishna ji is in love with you. When a Gursikh reaches such a high avastha, Paramatma falls in love with their Bhagat. Yeah? Paramatma becomes their Bhagat. Tu Bhagtan ke vas, Bhagta taan tera. Hey Sache Paatshah, tu apne Bhagtan de vas vich ho janda. So that's what they're showing here. Krishna ji is singing the geet of Radhika now. Yeah? Vaheguru ji sings the geet of their Bhagats. Yeah. Hit tere shingar sajai sajani, hit tere hi been bajawat hai. Hey Radhika, tere vaste hi unne shingar sajaya, tere vaste hi o been baja reha. For you, he's playing his flute. For you, he's all dressed up. Hit tere hi chandan o kansar do kasal ang lagawat hai. For you, he's putting sandalwood all over his body. For you, he's dressing up in this way. हर को मन श्री ब्रिखपान कुमार हरियो को जानना पावत है. Brikhapan, remember, is a name of Radhika's father, which came in before. Kumar means his daughter, his princess. Har ko man, Hari the man, Krishna's mind, Kumar Hariyo, has been stolen by you. Krishna's mind has been stolen by you. There's a Pankti in Gurbani which really encapsulates this, or Guru Sahib is really illustrating that Pankti, where Paramatma speaks, Akal Purkh Bach, when Akal Purkh speaks, they say, Main gun band sagal ki jeevan. Usually, all of Gurbani is, yes, it's spoken by Paramatma, but through the Bhagat's mouth, through the Guru's mouth, in a relationship of you and me. Here, Vaheguru ji themselves speak. They say, Main gun band sagal ki jeevan. I am the gun bandhu of everyone. Sagal ki jeevan, of all the life there is, Sarya jeevan da main gun bandha. My light is within everyone, that powers everyone. But if you were to ask Guru Sahib, ask Vaheguru ji, what powers you then? If you power everyone, then what powers you? Main gun band sagal ki jeevan. Main sariyan jeevan da gun bandhu haan. They respond, when we ask who powers you, They respond by saying, Meri Jeevan, Mere Das. Who is my Jeevan? Who is my life? Vaheguru Ji says, my life is my Bhagat. My life is my Das. My life is my Sevak. Here, Krishna Ji's mind has been mohit. Krishna Ji, remember, before Radhika mohit hui si, Radhika was intoxicated by Krishna. Now Krishna Ji is intoxicated by Radhika. When a Bhagat reaches this avastha, Vaheguru Ji becomes theirs, becomes the Bhagats. Mor pakha ki chatha mad murat sobat hai jamana ke kinara. That beautiful Murat of Krishna Ji is sitting by the Jamuna. Bujat baat behal pe balab bal chalo jahan lal behara. Krishna, Radhika is being told by her Dasi, hey Radhika, chalo, come to the Jamuna jithe Krishna Ji behal hoye pe hai. Behal means ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬੁਰਾ ਹਾਲ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ, ਉਹ ਬਿਆਕੁਲ ਹੋਏ ਪਏ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ. They're waiting for you and ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਉਹ ਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ. Now Radhika will go and meet Krishna Ji. Radhika Madhav ki batiya sun ke akalai uthi dar daro. Once Radhika heard the words of the Dasi, she became akalai, very sheti. Akalai means sheti. Uthi dar daro. She got up right away. Yo sun bain chali taj ain rahyo nahe maan manoj ke maro. When she heard the bhajans of her Dasi telling her that Krishna is waiting for you, she quickly got up. And Guru Sahib says, Taj an means kar. Apna kar chhad ditta unne. Reho nahe maan manoj ko maro. Te apne man vich koi maan nahi rakhya. Manoj means man da bal. Unhe man da mal ko maro. Unhe man da man hi maar ditta. Man is telling us, Sikha, je tu Guru de raste utte chalna hai, fir tu apna tenu sara man da jehda maan hai, chhadna paina. Sadho man ka maan tyago. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji Maharaj tells us this pankti, tells us this shabad. In the same way, Radhika is impersonating a Gursikh. She's letting go of all her man. Moti ke ang berajit bhukhan moti ke besar ki chababadi. Guru Sahib says she's decorated in so much jewels, she's running. You know what jewels is she decorated in? One can say she's decorated in the jewels of bhakti and the jewels of vairag. Moti ke chosar har chabad dut motan ke gajran ki gadi. And she's wearing a chola. Chosar means chola. She's wearing a type of chola. And gajran means a type of gana, type of jewel that girls wear on their anklets, right? Ratta mera chola. Guru Sahib says, my chola is rangya hoya. My chola is rangya hoya. In what? In the prem of Vaheguru Ji. Radhika Madhav ko Jamana tat kanj gahe kar jovat thadi. She's coming now to the Jamna Nadi where Krishna Ji is. She comes to the Jamna Nadi and she's a kamala full in her hands. She's holding a kamala full in her hands. And when she gets there, it's almost like the Jamna Nadi stops moving. It's almost like the river stops moving. Nadi means river. It's almost like the river stops moving to watch this scene of two becoming one. Cheer ke sagar ko math kya mano chand ke beach sabatan gadi. Guru Sahib says it's like if the moon is coming out of the ocean. This is how Radhika is appearing to the Jamuna Nadi. Chaupai navat jahan aap har thade adik hirday mein anand bade. Uthe where Krishna Ji is taking a shower in so much anand, he's so happy. Bar Gopal par birjanari gavat geet bajavat tari. In that same area, there's all the Istriyan that live in Brijnar. In Brij is the area that Radhika and Krishna are in. Nari means Istriyan. All the Istriyan that are there, they're watching Krishna Ji. Gavat geet bajavat tari. They're watching Krishna Ji and they're singing to him and they're clapping their hands. The pav of this, pav meaning the meaning of this is that all the Bhagats, they look at Paramatma and they're singing to Paramatma. Savaiya Krirat hai jahan kaan kumar bade ras saath bade jal mahi. Krishna Ji is in the Jamuna Nadi and Krirat means ishnan karde pe, khedde pe. They're taking ishnan in that water. Vartriya ohe par gopal berachat gwaran ke dalamahi. They're within this whole dal, within this whole army of all these different Istriyan. So on one side, the Istriyan are there in that same Jamuna, and on the other side, Krishna ji is taking a shower. The Istriyan can see, the ladies can see Krishna take a shower, and they're all singing to him, you know. And this example of the Jamuna Nadi is example of Brahmgyan, yeah? Enlightenment. Yeah? Paramatma swims in this river of enlightenment. Yeah? And when a Bhagat comes into this water, they also reach enlightenment as well. Vartriya oh par gopal birajat gwaran ki dalmahi la dub ki do aapas mein rat man uthe drid jahe tahahi. Now Radhika wants to meet Krishna ji, but there's so many other ladies there. What does she do? Krishna ji wants to meet Radhika as well. They both do dupaki. Dupaki means they both go into the water. Yeah, they both go into the water and they meet each other in the water. Yeah, and when they come back up, यो रचमान मैं रस सो मनो दूर कहे को जानत नाही कोई जानता नहीं that they were in, when they go to the water they meet each other, and when they come out of the water they go back to their own individual areas. No one can know what Krishna ji is doing under the water and what Radhika is doing under the water. They both meet and they both come back up and no one knows. खेलती लाल सो बाल भली बिद काहू सो बात ना भागत जी की. Satsanga ji, this notation of meeting in the water, what does it represent? If you look at a Brahmgyani, if you look at a enlightened being, a Mahapurkh, what do they look like to us? They look separate from the Creator. They don't seem to be that one Swarup. But we're told by Gurbani here and there, everywhere, that Har Jan do hi ek hai, bib bachar kach na hai. That the Har and Har Jan, Har meaning Vaheguru Ji, Har Jan meaning their servant. Do hi ek hai, these two are one. Bib bachar kach na hai, there's no difference to them at all. So what is it? But internally they're the same. Whenever they wish to become one again, they close their eyes and go internally. In the same way, Radha, she goes into the water, Krishna goes into the water and they meet in the water. No one knows. Just like the Mahapurkh, they close their eyes, they meet the Creator inside. No one knows. They come out and they're like a normal person again. Just in the same way, Radhika and Krishna, they come out, they're both standing on the opposite ends of the river again. They seem to be different, but internally they're the same. She in this way plays with Krishna ji. She in this way performs her love, devotion to Krishna ji, but no one knows. Because not so baat na bhakhat ji ki. Ji means her heart. Apne hirde di jiri gal hai bhakdi nahi, kisam dasti nahi hegi. Apne hirde jiri baat hai, kisam dasti nahi hegi. She doesn't share any of this, what she's experiencing with Krishna, with anyone else. जिन्हें पायो तिन्हें छपायो. Guru Sahib da mukhwak hai कि जिन्हें पाया हैगा परमात्मा ने उन्हें ही छुपाया है. The person who has received Paramatma, they also hide away as well. They don't go out and telling the world what they do. They don't go out and telling the world कि I have achieved God. They keep it a secret. Why? Because otherwise hankar grows. So they keep it a secret. In that same way, Radhika is meeting Krishna ji but not telling anyone. Nehe jagyo nava joban ko aur beech rahi gad moorat pi ki. In her heart, nehe jagyo, love is rising, and aur beech rahi, in her heart she has the murti of pi ki. Pi means her pyara, her pati. She now has the murti of Krishna in her heart. Bar bihar mein nand kumar so kirta hai kar laaj sakhi ki. She सारे तो ओला रख के means she's not showing anyone the love between her and Krishna. Jai utha thal ton hitte gad mando man manat ji ki. Inside the water they make love, they come out and no one knows. They both go back into their own areas. Here the Sakhiyans and Guru Sahib gives a summary of the moral, the message here. Soratha जो निज त्रिय को देत पुरख भेद कछ अपनो ताके बिदना लेत प्राण हरण कर पलख में. Now at the very end, Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj gives a Soratha which is a meter, the opposite of the Dohra meter. So Dohra meter has a Vishram on the 13th beat, and there's 11 beats after. And the Sorat has reverse, so it has a Vishram on the 11th beat and 13 beats after. So 13 matras after. And so Sorat have you put a Vishram on Jo Nishtriya ko Ded. Purkh, Jo Nishtriya ko Ded Purkh Ped Kach Apano. So it will be on ko. So it's the opposite of Dohra. At the very end, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gives a moral of the story. Okay, and what's interesting is that this same moral came in the previous two Charitras as well. The previous two Charitras were more political in face value, and we extract the spiritual values out of it. This Charitra in particular, from start to end, just incorporates a more spiritual touch, right? It's a more spiritual story, like we said, is more used in the South Asian community of poets, when they're relating the point of Jivis, Rupistri and Parmeshwar Vaiguruji. This Sakhi is a go-to, you can say. Like we mentioned in part 1, by Bhagat Jayadev Ji wrote a whole granth, right? He wrote a whole text just on the explicit love between Radha, or between the Gopi and Krishna, and they explicitly describe that. And what a seeker is meant to extract from that is, their own story with the Creator. So at the very end here, giving the same message, brings me to a point that this message, we will have to take it as spiritual face value, right? Because in the previous we took it politically, right? Now we want to take it a little bit spiritually. So the same message is saying, Jo Nij Triya. Nij means your own. Triya means lady, female. Ko, to. Det Purkh Ped Kach Apno. Purkh, Det means to give. Purkh means a male. Ped means secrets, or their heart, basically, you can say, their chit, their heart. They say, Taake Bidna Let, Bidna meaning here death, Pran means life force, Haran Kala Palak Mein, Har means to steal away, death will steal away their life in less than a palak. Palak means a second, right? Nij meaning your own, Triya means Istri. Maya is seen as a female as well, right? In the world of spirituality, where the soul, the story of the soul, is presented as a female marrying the male, Parameshwar. In the same kind of dynamic, Maya is seen to be a female as well, and Parameshwar is seen to be a male. Oftentimes, when we refer to Maya as a female, then we say that she is the female, we're the male. Yeah. So it's a play on kind of how you look at things. Jo Nij Triya ko Det, whoever gives their own woman, meaning Maya. Yeah. Purkh Ped Kach Apano, that male, meaning here now we're twisting the analogy. You're the male now, and Maya is the female. That male that gives their female, Maya, right, all their heart, right, like that takes their heart out and gives it to Maya, that will take their pran away. That meaning the conscious death, right? That the whole world is suffering before they physically die, right? The whole world is suffering a spiritual death, right? Why? Because they give their consciousness to Maya, right? They give everything to Maya. This whole story was detaching from the Mula Maya, from the attachment of Maya, right? Radhika leaves behind her house, Guru Sahib says. She leaves behind her man, her lodge for society. She leaves behind what people will tell her, what people will say about her, right? And we covered that in the part 1 of how a Guru Sikh, when they walk on this path, they will hear a lot. They might hear a lot. The world might say a few different things. They will try to pull them back. They won't let them progress the way they want to progress. And a Guru Sikh at that moment needs to let go. They need to let go. They need to do tyagna. And that's the only way they'll be alive. There's a pankti that we often read in Ashirvad Roop. Ashirvad meaning in blessing Roop. Hanji, oh pankti giya, Jeevat 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 Raho, Ram Rasayan Nit Ot Pivo. We say this pankti in Ashirvad, we say it in blessing. But in Samprada, there's another part paid to this pankti, and that's Jeev Ta Jeevat Jeevat Raho. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Jeev Ta Jeevat. Normally we read it as Jeevat 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 Raho. Here is Jeev, you put the tatta onto the right side, ta Jeevat, Jeevat Raho. If you let go of your Jeev, Jeev nu taj do, fir Jeevat rahegi. Je tusi apni hond nu chhad dovo, if you let go of your own identity, your own home, your own ego, Jeev ta Jeevat, onu taj do, fir Jeevat raho, fir tusi jeende rahegi. And the opposite is what Guru Sahib is saying in the Sortha here, that if you were to give your consciousness to Maya, you know, ਉਹਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖਾ ਲੈਣਾ. You know, it's from ਥਾਂ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਬਿਨ ਤੰਤਾ ਜਿਨ ਖਾਇਆ. You know, that Maya is so mohini, Maya mohini. You know, Guru Sahib says that she attracts the whole world and she eats the whole world up without teeth. You know, and this in the sense that she eats everyone up, no one knows that they're being eaten up. Instead, they feel like this is the right way to do, this is the right way to live life. In essence, you know, this whole Charitr that we heard is actually an illustration of a Shabad by Bhagat Kabir ji. Raag Godi, 11वां. आस पास का तुलसी का बिरवा माज बनारस गाओ रे. This Charitra is illustrating the Shabad. आस पास का तुलसी का बिरवा माज बनारस गाओ रे. Banaras is the area that with Krishna ji and the Gopi and the Radhe, who all this whole Sakhi played out in Banaras, right? Oa ka sroop dekh mohi gwaran moko chhod na aao na jaho re. The sroop of Krishna, gwaran means the milkmaids, because in that area, Banaras, the main trade that they used to do was milk, right? So the ladies there, they will milk the cows and then they will send them off to the government, and that was their main trade. So the Gwarans, the milkmaids, they oa ka sroop dekh mohi. So ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਰੂਪ ਉਹ meaning Krishna ji ਦਾ ਸਰੂਪ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਮੋਹਿਤ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, and they say moko chhod na aao na jao re, don't leave us, they say to Krishna. ਤੋਹੇ ਚਰਨ ਮਨ ਲਾਗੋ ਸਾਰਿੰਗ ਤਨ, ਹੇ ਸਾਰਿੰਗ ਤਰ, ਹੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਚਰਨ ਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਮੋਹਿਤ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ. ਸੋ ਮਿਲੈ ਜੋ ਬੜ ਭਾਗੋ, whoever you meet is very blessed. ਰਹਾਓ ਬਿੰਦਰਾਬਨ ਮਨ ਹਰਨ ਮਨੋਹਰ, ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਚਰਾਵਤ ਗਾਓ ਰੇ. In Bindraban, Krishna ji is grazing the cows, and Man Haran Manohar, he's stealing the minds of the Gwarans, of the milkmaids. And remember, the milkmaids is us, right? And Radhika is that Gurmukh that he chooses. Jaka Thakur tu hi saring tar mohe kabira na re. That, hey Thakur, that you are the master of, that is me. Mohe kabira na re. That's my name is Kabir. The person you rule over, his name is Kabir, and that's me. But Kabir ji says in the Shabad. And basically this illustration of the grazing of cows and Krishna ji being that person who's attracting all the milkmaids, Guru Sahib has presented into the story of Radhika, you know, falling in love with Krishna. Satsangat ji, if you made it this far into the video, I know it's been a very long video, but ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ. Thank you so much for joining in and listening. If there's anything, any questions you might have, please leave them in the comment box. Any suggestions for the course, please do leave in the question box. If there's any way we can improve, any suggestions you have, it'll be really important for me to know, important for us to know, and to improve the future videos coming up. ਭੁੱਲ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਜੀ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ.